Hey, how's it going? My name is Matthew Rivera, and I've been gaming for 20 years.
My name is Javier Montero, and I've been gaming since I can remember.
Yeah, so first time I played a game, um, I was about 5 or 6 years old, and it was Crash Bandicoot actually for PlayStation 1. Um, Great memories playing that from my childhood.
The first game I've ever played, I believe, was Tetris. I had a Game Boy Color that my mom gifted me, and I just loved playing it because I was able to solve the problem by connecting all the pieces together. And if I get into some kind of situation uh, where it's getting to the top, I can just try to figure out how to get it back down to the lower level. So my mom is always gifting me. She's always been gifting me game consoles. Like I've collected so many, the Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance, like PSP, like, all the way up until the PS4. I'm trying to get a PS5, but it's impossible. But it's always been like I would say it's always been part of my lifestyle because like I would spend like 30 minutes, an hour, like almost every day playing something with my friends. This is a way that I can connect, and it's like probably one of the best things that I've done coping with COVID recently. So
So what gaming means to me personally, it's kind of a hybrid of like an escape, but also it's definitely a lot of fun. It's kind of like your own personal world where you can kind of just get into whatever you're doing, whatever you're playing with, whoever you're playing with, and escape the realities of like the everyday life. And it's kind of almost therapeutic depending on obviously what you play at times. But for me, it's a nice detachment from the everyday hustle and bustle go that you go about.
gaming is a way that I can kind of escape reality. Uh, I get to play a game where I can be the character doing uh, unrealistic stuff like Apex, like jumping around, like shooting, or Ghost of Tsushima, where I'm like a samurai and I'm just in the open world, just traveling. Like games like that, I can just escape and immerse myself in a story that's fun to me. It's like I'm playing. It's like I'm in this. It's kind of like I'm playing as the character in the movie. Um, yeah. I have thought of doing gaming full time or as a content creator, and like the thought has occurred to me, but I guess like it's kind of a tough road to like achieve. So I'm like also love coding, so I'm trying to do something where I can combine the two, coding and gaming. Probably do like game design. Because currently I'm a software engineer and like if I still have yet to choose like the path that I want to like be, what kind of software engineer I want to be. So uh, possibly like doing game design is like the route that I'm trying to choose.
So there was a time at the Fortnite hype days when I was considering possibly trying to reach that peak of pro gaming, as I'm sure many people have. But that was something that I um, definitely considered at that time. I don't think I could ever reach a pro level after seeing what professionals go through and the training that they have to go through. Very extensive. In terms of content creation, I haven't fully considered doing it or not. I don't think I'm completely opposed to the idea. I just haven't dipped my toe in that water to really test it out yet. So maybe in the future, who knows? So right now, my current lineup of games pretty much consists of just a couple, usually first-person shooters. Primarily right now, Call of Duty Warzone. Also Apex Legends. I do dabble in some other RPG games and stuff like that. But those games are really what I play primarily. And I think the reason I keep on going back to them is that it's always new. Every game is online based, obviously. They're battle royales, which is, has just about 100 people, depending on which game, drop in the game with you. And, it's kind of a survival of the fittest and see what happens. And every game has a different kind of play style and changes, and it's very different. And I like that. I like the change of the game. It keeps it from going stale. At certain times it can get boring, but for me, that's what I'm with right now. I like those games. That's what keeps me going back to them.
So currently I'm playing Apex Legends, Ghost of Tsushima. Occasionally I'll be playing some Splitgate. It's like a game that's blowing up right now. And those are like the main 3 games that I'm playing right now. Well, Apex Legends I've been playing since it came out, and honestly, like, the developers are geniuses. Like, they always coming up with new content that keeps me immersed into the game. Whether it's like a new map or new characters or like just new guns, changing the meta. Like, it just keeps the game fresh and just keeps me coming back every single season. And that's for Ghost of Tsushima. It's a single player game with some multiplayer aspects in it, but the single player is what I mainly play. It's just like, it's just an amazing storyline, and it's made by like one of my favorite gaming company.
So for anyone who might be playing certain games, especially the ones that I mentioned, whether it be Call of Duty Warzone, Apex Legends, other first-person shooters, stuff like that, for almost any game out there, you'll find some sort of content creator or streamer who plays those games and either plays them consistently enough to know that they're good at it, or you can use it for reference points or what say whatever it may be. But you could always learn through that, and I think that's one thing that I learned from starting back in Fortnite, was watching content creators and professionals play when they would stream their games, or watching highlights and stuff like that, and you almost innately take on those traits and personality things as much as you can to try to bring yourself up to that level of competition. So I think that's kind of how I got better at those games. I'm nowhere near the professionals or even certain content creators, but for me personally, that's how I learned how to elevate my game.
So when I started playing Apex, it was definitely a brand new game that I needed to get adjusted to. So what I did was just like practice with my friends, and we just kept growing together. And then we watched, if there was available at the time, we would watch YouTube videos and see like how they would play, how other people would play, any tips and tricks that they would give us, or watch people on Twitch and see how they move, how they play. And then eventually we started going better and better, and just we started winning games back to back. Yeah. I'm sure that like that would be able to further like people's skills in any games, just by doing that same exact like method of trying to improve. My name is Javier Montero, and that's what gaming is to me.
My name is Matthew Rivera, and that's my story on gaming.